So the problems with sorting these electrical issues out, and I could see straight away that the problem is that these are not the correct clocks. These are the EFI clocks, so the wiring's completely different. So this is why the clocks are behaving completely madly. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to get the wiring diagrams out, study everything, and just work our way through all the wires, trying to work out what all the wires are on the back of the clocks, and just reconnect them all up. And it might just be a bit of trial and error, but we'll just have to work out which line is which and then rewire them. Right, so the first one that we had was that when we turn the ignition key on, the engine starter motor ran, and I've traced that down to this shorten out. Remember, we had to create a new button. Fortunately, the donor bike's got a good one, so we made another grip out of this, and now that's sorted. So I can turn that on. That's sorted. Second issue we had is that the clocks, when you turn the ignition key off, the clocks are staying on. Okay, so I've just tracked that down, and I can see that this red wire, you can see I've cut it, was supplying power to the clocks directly from the battery. I think that probably needs to be moved to a switch line from the ignition switch. I've cut it and it's actually working fine now, so maybe it doesn't need to be connected to a switch line. So you can see now we turn the clocks on, they come on, and if we turn them off, they go off. Okay, so the next issue, let's see if we can sort out the neutral light not working. Okay, so tracing the neutral light right from the switch, I can see that it's light green and red. Okay, and I can see that light green and red comes onto this big connector here, light green and red, but it connects to blue and red, so there's the problem. Okay, and I can see that light green and red is on the other connector. There it is. So I've just shorted that connector out to there, and the light came on, so there must be power to the switch. That's all working. So all we need to do is disconnect this wire here and connect it up to there. So probably the easiest way to do that is to cut the wires on the one side. I haven't decided yet. Probably do it on this side, because we've already started cutting them on this side. Second thoughts, we should really cut everything on the clock side. That way, if you do get a good set of clocks, another set of clocks comes, the right set of clocks come along, then we can just swap it over. We don't need to change all the wiring, it's not confusing. So we should really change it on the clock side, but yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so we've done that. We've just connected that up. So we've connected this, the correct colour wire here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this in the light. Can we get that onto the neutral light? Can we see that? Get it on the neutral light, it's not working. Okay, so I think next we'll get the high beam light working. So I think I've got to the bottom of the bizarre headlight. So if you remember rightly, when I was playing with the LED headlight, it was both coming on or not coming on at all, or coming on very dim. Right, and I've swapped the headlight, found that the next headlamp does exactly the same, so it's got to be a fault with the bike. So it must have been wrong before. Anyway, after much messing about and head scratching, I finally got to the bottom of it, and it actually is really, really obvious. You can see here what it is I've had to swap these wires over, because it's not wired right. The blue and the green the wrong way around. So what was actually happening is that instead of it going between high and earth and low and earth, it was going between high and low, and that's why it was both coming on and behaving really bizarrely and being dim and stuff like that. Anyway, sorted. Let's just swap them over. Right, it's the high and low working now. Right, let's sort out the gear indicator. Right, so we need to sort out the gear selector display, gear position display. So yesterday I went through the bike with the meter on this connector here, which is this one. Right, there goes me working out. This one here on the meter, and worked out what colour wires for which gear from the lever. By moving the lever, just working out which one earthed. Okay, now I'm just going to do the same with the bike end to work out which colour's which. Right, so I think it's this connector here. It goes up to the clocks. Right, so what I'll do is I'll earth each one of these in turn, and then we should see the gear position come on there, if that's got power to it. If it hasn't, then that probably means there's no power to it at the other end. Let's try it, let's see what happens. Okay, so let's try the first one. Right, that's first, second, third. Okay, that's it. That's the plan. I just need to make sure I write this down. So I'll try that again now. I can't write it down and do it at the same time, but you get the idea. So all I'm doing is touching it here, shorten it out. Well, not shorten it out, but earthing it. Okay, so let's do a full check of the electrics of what we can anyway up to now. Right, there's no headlamp bulb in because I broke the headlamp bulb, but I've checked the headlamp bulb with the meter and that is working okay. The rear side stand switch isn't connected up yet because I'm not 100% happy with the rear brake lever. Okay, but apart from that, we should be all go. So let's check things out. Okay, so first of all, ignition on. Oh, hang on, would help if the fuse is in. Ignition on. Okay, right, neutral light. Clocks, looking all good. Okay, left indicator. Good, right indicator's not fitted, rear one is. Griff's here. Hello, Griff. Say something. Talk. Okay. Okay. Right, low. High. Okay, indicator lights. Yes. Okay. Horn. Excellent. Okay, right, let's check that. We can make that out. Can we see that? Okay. Right, first gear. Alright, wobble backwards and forwards. Second, third, fourth, fifth. All the gears, indicators not working. Back to neutral. Oh, that's fantastic. Right. Cool, that actually sounds really sweet, that motor. Okay, and just check the rear light. So we just tidy up the electrics now. Now that we've got everything working, or as much as we can check for now. Of course, I couldn't do a generator check or a battery check or an overcharge or anything like that because I need the engine running. We'll do that when we get the engine running. I'm just going to get all the electrics now into the right place, and I'm going to put a little bit of protection on some of them. I really like this as a good tip, so I'll do that here. And any other critical connections, I can see these connections here to the starter solenoid, pretty essential. We need to just what we do is just get a bit of an old inner tube, put that around there, clean them up, put some inner tube around there, and we'll do it. So I think I'm really happy with that. Everything's coming together now, and we'll leave that video there. See you on the next one.